In the dead of night, a dangerous journey unfolds, a journey marked by fear, uncertainty, and the ever-present specter of capture. We're diving deep into a world where freedom is but a distant dream for many, a world shrouded in secrecy and silence. We're talking about North Korea, a land of stark contrasts where a ruling dynasty wields absolute power and the common man lives under the watchful eye of a relentless regime. The stakes of this journey are impossibly high. It's a gamble with life and death, a daring dash for freedom that requires courage of the highest order. It's a tale of human resilience, of the indomitable spirit that fuels the pursuit of liberty, even in the face of insurmountable odds. This is the harrowing tale of escape from North Korea. To comprehend the perilous escape, we must first delve into the past, into the birth of North Korea. The story begins in the aftermath of World War II. The once unified Korean peninsula, deeply scarred by the ravages of war, found itself divided along the 38th parallel. The North was occupied by the Soviet Union, while the South was under American influence. This division was intended as a temporary measure to disarm Japanese forces, but political differences between the occupying powers quickly turned it into a permanent split. In the North, the Soviet Union installed Kim Il-sung, a former guerrilla fighter, as the leader. Kim, with the backing of the Soviets, began to lay the groundwork for a Marxist-Leninist state. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or North Korea as we know it, was officially established on September 9, 1948, with Kim Il-sung at its helm. The Kim dynasty, a family lineage that continues to rule North Korea to this day, began its reign. Kim Il-sung implemented a philosophy known as juche, or self-reliance, which became the ideological bedrock of North Korea. It promoted national isolation and a strong military, while also justifying the absolute authority of the leader. However, this self-reliance came at a high cost. North Korea began to distance itself from the global community, erecting barriers both physical and ideological. The regime maintained a tight grip on information, effectively cutting off its citizens from the outside world. A cult of personality was carefully crafted around the Kim family, ensuring their unquestioned authority and control. Meanwhile, the South developed into a vibrant democracy, becoming one of the world's leading economies. The stark contrast between the two Koreas grew more evident, as did the human rights abuses in the North. Thus, the stage was set for a regime that would isolate its people from the rest of the world. From the very beginning, the North Korean regime has held its citizens in an iron grip. This is not your typical government control. It's a system that thrives on fear, censorship, and propaganda. Let's start with the propaganda. It's pervasive and powerful, woven into the fabric of everyday life. The state-controlled media paints a picture of a utopian society, a paradise on earth, led by an infallible leader. This narrative is carefully curated and distributed through newspapers, television, and even school curriculums. The aim? To instill unwavering loyalty towards the regime and its leader. But it's not just about painting a rosy picture, it's also about silencing any voice that attempts to contradict it. Enter censorship. North Korea operates under a total information blackout. Foreign media is banned, the internet is heavily restricted, and the few who dare to smuggle information in or out risk severe punishment. The regime uses this iron curtain to control the narrative, to control the truth. Fear, though, is perhaps the most potent tool in the regime's arsenal. It's a fear so deeply ingrained that it stifles any thought of dissent before it can even take root. The merest suspicion of disloyalty can lead to severe consequences. Public executions, imprisonment, and forced labor camps are all too common, serving as grim reminders of what happens to those who dare to defy. This fear is further fueled by a culture of surveillance and snitching. Neighbors spy on neighbors, children are taught to report on their parents, and the state security apparatus looms large over every aspect of life. It's a climate of fear, suspicion, and paranoia, all carefully orchestrated to maintain the regime's iron grip. In this tightly controlled society, dissent is not just discouraged, it's dangerous. The people of North Korea are not just citizens. They are captives, held hostage by a regime that uses fear, censorship, and propaganda to maintain its hold on power. This is the reality of life under the iron grip of the North Korean regime. For those who dare to dream of freedom, the path is fraught with danger. The first step in this journey of peril and uncertainty is often the most treacherous one. It's the step that takes defectors from the familiar, however oppressive, into the unknown. It's a step taken in the dark of night, cloaked in secrecy with the ever-present fear of being discovered. The heavily fortified borders of North Korea are a formidable obstacle, guarded by thousands of soldiers, bristling with landmines and riddled with checkpoints. These borders are a chilling testament to the regime's determination to keep its citizens within its grasp. Getting past these borders is a Herculean task, requiring defectors to call upon every ounce of their courage and resourcefulness. They must navigate treacherous terrains, often under the cover of darkness, with the constant threat of being caught and sent back to a fate worse than death. It's a game of cat and mouse, a deadly dance between the hunter and the hunted. Every sound, every shadow could spell capture, or worse, death. The journey is not just physical, but psychological. The fear, the isolation, the uncertainty can be overwhelming. To embark on this journey is to leave behind everything familiar, knowing that there's no turning back. It's a leap of faith in the truest sense. Yet, despite the dangers, there are those who choose to take this path, driven by a desperate yearning for freedom. They dare to dream, they dare to hope. They are the brave souls who refuse to be cowed by a repressive regime, who choose to risk everything for a chance at a life of dignity and respect. Their journey is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, to our innate desire for freedom. It's a reminder that no matter how high the walls, no matter how deep the trenches, the human spirit cannot be confined. Every step taken is a step closer to freedom or a step back into the clutches of a ruthless regime. Freedom, once tasted, is sweet, but for North Korean defectors, the journey does not end here. As they step into the world beyond North Korea, they face a myriad of challenges. Language barriers, cultural shock, and the constant fear of being hunted down add layers of complexity to their newfound freedom. But their courage doesn't go unnoticed. A host of organizations and individuals worldwide dedicate their efforts to aid these brave souls. They offer support in various forms: language education, legal assistance, psychological counseling, and even help in finding employment. These organizations serve as the beacon of hope, helping defectors navigate through their new lives. However, the road to recovery is often long and arduous. Many defectors grapple with the trauma of their past, the memories of the regime's iron grip still fresh in their minds. Despite the lingering shadows of their past, many have shown an incredible degree of resilience and determination. They are not just survivors, they are fighters. Take the story of Yeonmi Park, for instance. She escaped North Korea at the tender age of 13 and crossed the Gobi Desert on foot to find her freedom. Today, she is a renowned human rights activist, shedding light on the atrocities of the North Korean regime. Her story is one of countless others, a testimony to the enduring power of the human spirit. Or consider Ji Seong-ho, who despite losing a leg and an arm during his escape, didn't let his physical disabilities deter him. Now he runs an organization that rescues and supports other North Korean defectors. His story is a testament to the fact that even in the face of the harshest adversity, hope can thrive. These stories of resilience and hope serve as a powerful reminder of the indomitable human spirit. Each defector's journey is a beacon that illuminates the path for others who yearn for freedom. In the face of adversity, the human spirit endures, fosters hope, and carves out a path towards a brighter future. The journey of North Korean defectors is a testament to this truth, a narrative of resilience that inspires us all. The plight of North Korean defectors is not just their fight, it's our fight too. Their stories echo with a universal desire for freedom, and we cannot afford to be silent spectators. In our interconnected world, every voice matters. Yours does too. There are numerous organizations tirelessly working to help North Korean defectors and advocate for their rights. These groups provide essential resources, from rescue missions and resettlement support to advocacy and awareness campaigns. You can join this mission by supporting these organizations. Donate, volunteer, or even spread the word about their work. The more we talk about it, the more pressure we put on those in power to address these human rights abuses. Remember, change is a collective effort. It starts with you and me. It starts with our willingness to act, to empathize, and to stand up for what's right. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can bring about change.